on the border. Joining us right now is House Judiciary Member, Texas Congressman Louie Gohmert, and good to see you, sir. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You will be at that meeting with the president later today.
Sure.
Immigration, obviously, big issue in your home state of Texas. How do you see it?
Well, I've been down there many times. I've been inside the facility where Griff is, and spent a lot of nights down there on the border. And what really gets me is the Democrats' answer basically is, well, just do what President Obama is. Don't follow the law. Just make it up as you go along, like Obama did. Well, we have a president that took an oath, and he's actually trying to follow it. And God bless Jeff. Jeff Sessions is enforcing the law, following the law, and nobody seems to understand that this children being separated happened when Clinton was president, when George W. Bush was president, Obama was president, but people get upset if you want to go back and talk about that. But it points up the fact that we do need to fix the law, and I want to see a law that I've got prepared that says if you come across anywhere except the proper marked border entry ports, then you cannot claim asylum. And that'll end a lot of this very quickly. You don't let them step foot on our soil if they're not coming through an actual official port of entry. But they're following the law, they're enforcing the law. We do need to fix a number of things, but we don't need to have another 1,700% increase, as Griff was talking about.
Yeah,
it's
but
outrageous.
I mean, so it is Congress that can actually change the situation. I mean, people are blaming Congress here.
You bet.
So
you bet.
So what can be done? I mean, what's your timeline? And will you get common ground with your colleagues on the left?
Well, I don't think so, because the Democrats have shown when they had the House, the Senate, the White House, they had no interest in fixing the problem. They didn't even try to fix the problem. They were more interested in taking away people's different choices on health care.
Right.
They didn't even try to fix it. Why? Because they know that's an issue they use every election. They want to bring in as many people illegally as possible. And that, boy, it ought to scare anybody that's a Democrat, that the hope for the Democratic Party is to bring in more people that don't speak the language, that they are easily swayed by people that appear to be caring, which is basically what the Democrats are doing. When they're luring people through horrific circumstances to get into this country, whereas we want to continue to encourage people to come in legally, do it legally. Let's keep families together. But you're probably aware, you know, there's like 10,000 out of the 12,000 kids that are currently detained came in unaccompanied.
Yeah.
Their parents sent them through hell without the parents' help.
Congressman,
and then some of them that come in, they're not with their parents.
Right.
I've seen that over and over. I've seen them passing off kids. Okay, who's going to claim they're the parent?
Congressman, I've got to move on to trade. I've got to move on to trade, as well as the IG report.
Sure.
Michael Horowitz is going to be testifying this morning. Do you think we're actually going to see accountability here in this situation where we see this IG report is laced with bias every page?
Yeah, we had hoped that the IG report would be able to actually draw proper conclusions so we could get this dark chapter behind us. But basically, Maria, he did what Comey did when he, in his July 2016 announcement, laid out the facts that show this is a big case here, bias was a big deal, and then comes to the conclusion that even though the conclusion of the prosecution was exactly like the bias would indicate it was going to be, we don't find any evidence that bias affected it.
Right.
Good
so will there be
grief.
accountability, sir? What do you think? How about the accountability is what I'm asking. I recognize that he's saying that there's no bias when, in fact, we recognize that there's an incredible amount of bias, and that had to lead their decision-making.
He did document that. He did document that. But the accountability is only going to come if we get what I've been begging for over a year, that is a second special counsel to investigate all of these players, including Mueller and his players, and including Rosenstein's role in the previous Russia investigation, how they supplanted the information so the sale of our uranium could go through to get in Russian hands. There are a lot of issues here that's really is going to take a second Council to examine, and I hope we're going to get that at some point.
Well,
it's the only way I see it getting out of this.
We'll see about that. And then there's the new 10% tariffs on $200 billion in Chinese imports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you for that? Real quick.
I've never been a fan of tariffs, but the president is trying to get better deals for us, and I'm willing to give him whatever leeway he needs to get us better deals.
All right.
And the Chinese better understand he is serious.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks so much.
Great to be with you,
Louie
Maria.
Gohmert joining us. We'll be right back.